How's it going, guys? Today we're doing the answers for the Q&A. Let's get into it. Sorry if I butcher any names, guys, but first questions come from Reptiles 101. This first question is, would you ever get a monitor of any species? Yeah, for sure. I'd love to get a monitor. I'm thinking about actually getting a Gillen's monitor really soon. I'm not sure though. I'm tossing up between a few different species, what I want to get next. But Gillen's monitor is definitely on the list. Second question is, whereabouts do you live? Are you in New South Wales? Yep, I live in New South Wales, Australia, on the Central Coast. Next question is, how many reptiles do you have altogether? I have 16. Yeah, 16. Next question is, are you breeding the blues in the future? Yep, for sure. Next question comes from Striker Daniel FTW. He asks, will you expand your collection into more exotic reptiles? Well, depends what you mean by exotic. If you mean stuff that's from overseas, no, because we can't keep it. You should know that. But I'm pretty sure you just mean different sorts of reptiles, like monitors and stuff. So, yeah. If so, what in particular? I'm going to get some monitors in the future, I reckon. Maybe a snake. I don't know. Not that into snakes anymore. They're cool, but yeah. So yeah, mostly just monitors in the future, I think. His next question is, are you planning on breeding my hypermelanistic bluey? Yep, for sure. Should be good. I've only got normals to put her with, I'm pretty sure, so I'll just be getting 100% het babies. But unless I buy an adult male, something like that, that's what's going to happen. Next question is, what are your plans with YouTube? Just to keep putting out more videos people can hopefully enjoy. I'll start making better quality videos. I need to get a better camera and stuff. But yeah, plans with YouTube, just keep putting out videos. Hopefully start visiting some friends' places and showing off their collections and stuff. But yeah. So last question is, what got you into reptiles and YouTube? Well, I've always been into reptiles, really. Like, I was just a little kid, I remember, and I found some, I think they were Jackie dragons out in the front yard where I lived up in Queensland. And I didn't know you had to have a license back then. I was only a kid, so I just kept them in a little tank outside and had them for ages until I left Queensland. And yeah, I've just always loved reptiles since then. Had a few snakes up there too. But yeah, it's just saw them and I thought, oh man, they're the coolest things. So yeah. And what got me into YouTube? Couple things got me into YouTube. Basically, I love YouTube. I love looking up reptile stuff on YouTube, especially Aussie stuff because we can't keep anything else here. But I noticed a lot of the cool species that I really enjoy personally, like the Boyd's Forest Dragons here behind me, there's like hardly any videos of them or anything about them. So my goal was to always just put out videos of stuff that isn't really on YouTube, like certain animals and stuff, and just whatever else. But yeah, like these guys, like you hardly ever see them around. And I want more people to know about them and enjoy them and just see how cool they are. So that's what really got me into YouTube, just wanting to put out videos of stuff that I hardly ever saw on there, as well as some hopefully quality information and whatnot. But yeah, thanks Striker for that. We'll move on to the next one. Alright, the next questions come from Australian Reptiles. He says, congrats on 1,000 subs. Really wish I had that many, but not happening anytime soon. You just got to keep putting up videos, really. That's what I think. Just keep putting out videos. Try and make them the best you can, and it'll just rise naturally. Alright, his first question is, do you ever plan on getting any Eastern Water Dragons? Yes, I've had them in the past. They're really cool, but I don't want to keep them anymore until I can give them a giant enclosure. Like, huge. one where they can run on their back legs for quite a long time and just get full, because they'll use all the space. So yeah, I'd love to get some, but I want to build a massive, big outdoor pit with turtles, water dragons, etc., with a big creek running through the middle of it. I've got a lot of ideas, but yeah, I'd get some when I have more space, basically. Alright, next question is, if you're getting any more blue tongues, what species or morph will they be? Alright, that's a good question. I really like Centralian blue tongues, the inland species. I'll probably put up a picture of one for you. They're really cool. They actually flick their tongue a bit different than all the other blueies. It's more like insane, really. But yeah, I've always loved them. They're really cool. But I don't think I'll be getting them for a while because they're really hard to find. So next morph I might be getting, I'm hopefully getting some striped blotchies off Joe Ball. I don't know when that's going to happen, but eventually. But next morph I might get, I don't know, if albinos drop in price, I'd get one of them, but I don't see that's happening. So yeah, that's about it for that one. Can you do a care video / guide on all your dragons? Yeah, right. I guess I can do that. Next question, will you be breeding any of your reptiles apart from your blotched blue tongues? Yep, I'll be breeding the Boyd's Forest Dragons when they are old enough, as well as my Eastern blue tongues, and I guess the turtles as well when they're big enough. It'll be a while before that happens though. Next question is, what do you feed your turtles? I feed them turtle pellets, floating and sinking ones, as well as mealworms and roaches. I have like a system with the roaches because I feed these guys here every second day. So what I do is I get way too many roaches and I just feed whatever they need. And I keep them and feed them to the beardeds as well. And then the next day, when I come back to get some more roaches, I chuck all the remaining ones into the turtle pond. And they just go nuts for them. They love them. So yeah, every like second day or so, the turtles get roaches, and then every day they get a little bit of the pellets. Next question is, are you going to get your hypermelanistic blue tongue a mate? I've been thinking about it, getting a het to pair, but I don't know. I tried putting her with other blue tongues, and she just goes nuts and tries attacking them and stuff. So I don't know about that yet. Next is, what are the dimensions of your pygmy bearded dragon and central netted dragon enclosure? I believe it's 1100 long by 600 tall by 450 deep. Yep. So next question is, how big is your outdoor pit? I wouldn't have a clue. I think it's 2 meters by 1.5 meters, something like that. Next is, have you got any plans for the enclosure where the second blotched blue tongue was? Oh yeah, I'm going to move the baby blotchies I have now into there when they are big enough. Otherwise, nothing else really at the moment. Next is, what are you going to do with the baby blotched blue tongues once they've outgrown their enclosure? They're in the last video. I'm going to put them into that enclosure we just talked about. A lot of questions here. What sort of fish do you have in your turtle jacuzzi? I have a koi in there and these little guppies that got from a pond somewhere. I can't remember, it was so long ago. But they breed in there, the guppies, so it's going really good. Next is, where did you get the slaters from before you started breeding them? I got them from the backyard. It's the only place you can really get them if you live in Australia. There was some guys I saw on Facebook breeding them, but they only have like a couple hundred at a time to sell, and then it takes like 3 months for them to build up numbers again, so you're better off doing it yourself. I'll make a video on how I breed them and that. But next question is, Where did you get your angle-headed dragons from? Well, these are Boyd's Forest dragons, but they're really close related. I got them from a breeder named Shane. Look at my unboxing video when I got them. I got a link in the description for where I got them from. Great breeder. Hopefully going to visit his place soon. Next question is, where did you get your blotch blue tongue babies from? Because I couldn't find any when I went to the Castle Hill Reptile Expo. I got them from Karma Reptiles. He was the stand with, he had a bunch of shinglebacks and stuff like that, and the other blotch blueies. If you watch my expo video, you'll see him in the video, and you'll probably know the stand. But yeah, got them from them. I got there really early to make sure I actually got some stuff before it all sold out. I heard they sold out really quick, so yeah. Alright, next question is, have you got any blue tongue lizards from Joe Ball? No, but in the future I will be. He's going to be hooking me up with some striped blotchies, hopefully. Next is, good luck answering all the questions. And do you think I asked too many questions? Nah, it was alright. Alright, next questions come from Aussie Reptiles. He asks, do you plan to give me some alpine blotchies? Yeah, mate, for sure. If you give me some of those high yellow ones, Easterns, if we end up replicating it, can work out a deal there for sure. And he says, congrats on 1,000 subs, mate. Surely it's my channel next. You just got to upload more, mate. You put up some more videos. You got heaps of reptiles. Just keep smashing them out and you'll be right. Alright, next question's from Aussie Bogan. Good name. He asks, do you give your blue tongues a bath? If so, what reason and how often? Nah, I never really give my blue tongues a bath unless I've been away or something and they've just messed up their enclosure and covered themselves in crap or something. That's the only time I'd really give them a bath. Or if they had mites or something like that, then I'd be giving them baths and stuff. But otherwise, there's not really much reason to give them a bath. Next question's from Crunchtime LFB. He asks, so what morphs are you going to create in the future? Good question. I'm going to be producing the hypermelanistic blue tongues in the future, as well as hopefully striped blotch blue tongues. Joe manages to give me some. As well as that, I'm hoping to create some really high coloured alpine blotch blue tongues. Like I just got those babies now that have stunning colour. I plan to breed them with my original blotch blue tongue, who is now looking insane because she actually has blue down her sides. So I'm hoping to create, as well as just high coloured ones with like bright blue sides, with high colour on top as well, like a pinky red colour on top, blue on the sides. It looks so good, I reckon anyway. I don't know how successful it's going to be, but yeah. And as well as that, I'm going to be producing hopefully really high yellow coloured, caramel coloured Easterns from my caramel girl. And the really dark male I have with the high orange on his sides, he's getting blacker by the day, so I'm hoping to just maybe create an Eastern that has orange down the sides like that, just like a completely black back, because like his banding's like really thick, so like nearly his whole back's covered in black. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, thanks for the question. So next is from Herps All Day. He asks 3 questions. First one is, how old am I? I just turned 19 a couple days ago. Do you hibernate your blue tongue skinks? Yes. Where do I live? Australia, New South Wales. Next question's from Dial Perk, something like that. He asks, can you breed blue tongue skinks without brumation? No, not really. It doesn't really work. They need the natural cycle to be able to realise when it's breeding time and whatnot. So you need to brumate them. And he also asks, is there a way to get hypermelanistics from Australia to America? Well, they're already there, mate. People, terrible people, in my opinion, they smuggled them out, and illegally, obviously, because Australia's not allowed to export, so they illegally smuggled them out. Don't know under what circumstances, but they're out and they're in America now. Just look at Camp Kennan's video at Ty Park's place. He's got the Black Louis, so before you know it, they'll be everywhere. And yeah, good luck to them being over there. I just hate that they got illegally smuggled out, but you know, things like that always happen. But yeah, otherwise there's no other way to get hypermelanocytics from Australia to America, because there's no way to get them out unless a zoo or something brings them over, but I doubt that would happen. But yeah, it doesn't matter now because they'll be starting to be bred there now anyway, so yeah. Alright, the last question comes from Tyler Langley. He says, can you breed 2 normal eastern blue tongues to maybe get an albino blue tongue? If not, how can you breed one? Alright, you can't really breed 2 normal easterns to make an albino. I mean, it's possible, but it's really, 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 really unlikely. What albinism is a recessive mutation, which means the genes that code for the pigments in the animals that bring out the black colour, or the dark colours, mostly namely black, they have a mutation in them that stops that from happening, which produces the albino, basically. So yeah, you have to have two normal easterns that are both carrying the gene somehow that creates albinism. So it's really unlikely. And so otherwise, how can you breed one? You get the well, it just wouldn't happen with normals, really, unless you just freaking hit the lottery. But yeah, that's about it. Otherwise, for breeding them, you just get hets from parents that are albino or whatever, or you just breed the albinos. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks everyone for asking me questions. This was pretty fun. I hope you enjoyed. I'll probably do some more of these in the future, as well as some live streams. I'm thinking of doing some live streams soon. Let me know below if you're into that. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next one.